What's up, guys? I wanted to make this video today because I think it's important that you know what you're getting yourself into before you partake in a water fast. Now, a lot of people are very fearful of doing a water fast, and I believe it's rightfully so. First of all, we've been miseducated by anything medical. When it comes to anything medical, we've really been miseducated when it comes to health, when it comes to eating. The very chart, the food chart, that's even off, And so rightfully so, a person would be afraid to partake in something like a water fast. I've heard all kind of things, that'll kill you. You can't do that for too long. You can't do that. You can't survive off of that. You can't survive off of this. There's so many different things that people have in their minds. And like I said, it's understandable because we've been miseducated by a whole lot of different things. But it also doesn't it doesn't make it any better when you see a video like my last video when I was talking about a healing crisis, and when I was talking about some of the things that I was going through while doing the fast. Now, right now, I'm only on my third day of a water fast, and I definitely kind of fill you in on how that's going and some of the things that I've experienced. But I want to make this point first. I was with my mother the other day, and my mother said, "Oh boy, that water fast." No, she totally felt like, man, I probably could never do a water fast. One reason being is we're a close-knit family. She's around me a lot, and she hears some of the things I say. She was hearing some of the things I was going through at the time when I talked about the healing crisis on the last video. But so I wanted to make a couple things clear. First of all, I believe, like, I do fasting. Personally, I do a water fast or a dry fast, not for weight loss. And I know a lot of people, they're going to do it for weight loss. They're looking for a way to lose some weight. And I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that. But I don't do these kind of fasts for weight loss. I do it for healing. Fasting is one of the best ways to heal. The Most High created our bodies in such a way that it knows how to heal itself. But the thing is that our body is constantly focusing on digesting because we eat so much. Of course, some diets tell you to eat 6 times a day. Which, if you continue to eat, if you continue to snack, if you continue to eat, your body is constantly focusing on digesting the things that you put into your body, and so it never has any time to heal, to address some of the things that is wrong in your body. And so many people go for years and years just eating and never taking a break, never fasting, and so your body is never really having any time to heal. And not to mention, we're putting so many bad things in our body, from foods to waters, to air toxins, and to medicine, medicines that the pharmaceutical companies are prescribing you. So, it's not hard to see why we have such a health crisis in this time that we live in. Is because we've got things all wrong. And so when it comes to a fast, the reason I do fasting is specifically for healing, because I have certain areas in my life that needs addressing when it comes to healing. And that actually brings me to the point of the healing crisis that I talked about last time. It's very important that people would know that a healing crisis or fasting symptoms is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing, because it's saying that your body is expelling the toxins out of your body. Now, these things come up in many different ways for everybody. A lot of people don't deal with the skin issues that I deal with. You have to take into account, for me, is that I have a severe case of eczema, which eczema and asthma and allergies and things of that sort, you have to address the main thing, and the main thing, the root cause of this is really digestion, digestive problems, lymphatic problems, and so these are deep-rooted things, especially if you had it as long as I've had it. I've had it ever since I was a child, a little child. You know, my mom took me to the doctor. They put me on steroids. They put me on all kind of different things. And I've been using these things ever since I was a kid. So the process of healing takes a little bit longer for someone like me. And I have years and years and years and years and years of toxin. I'm 38 years old, and I've been using these things since I was an infant, right? And so I have years of toxins that have been that have been just sitting in my body. And now that I'm finally, I have enough knowledge, because I always say applied knowledge is power, not just knowledge, because you can have knowledge and do nothing with it. And for a long time, I started getting this knowledge, but I wasn't doing anything with it. But now that I'm starting to do something with it, and I'm starting to act on these things, now I see the results are starting to come, but also these crazy healing crises is coming as well. And I mean, and I won't lie, they are very uncomfortable. But everyone doesn't go through them as severely. You know, the typical healing crisis is hunger pains. You know, some people have headaches or lightheaded, you know, and that'll stop a lot of people from moving forward. But, you know, I always tell people, listen, push through those things, because those things are the things that these things are coming out of your body. And if you start addressing these things and really going deep into these cleanses, you'll find that you are a much better person afterwards. You know, it's this that you have to stick to it. It's kind of remind me of how you see that little picture of the man digging for diamonds, and he's been digging and he's been digging and he's been digging, and he stopped right before he get to the diamond. That's what it's like. You know, you got to keep on going. You got to get deep into these things. I mean, and I mean, fasting, again, that this is one of the best ways of healing that anyone ever could do. They actually went into Gandhi. They did an autopsy on Gandhi. I think he was like in his 80s or 90s when he died. Now, Gandhi was someone that was huge on fasting. And they looked at his organs, and his organs looked like they were like from a 26-year-old. But that's because he fasted. You know, we were designed in such a way to heal ourselves, and fasting has been around ever since the beginning. People don't die off fast, right? Unless you really pushing the envelope and you're doing it, and you're doing it irresponsibly, you know. Then of course, you know, there's some challenges there. I think that you should always consult some kind of person who has some experience if you're going to go into a deep fast. But even animals fast. You know, I'm gonna give you a quick story real quick, and I don't want to make this video too long. But when I was a teenager, I had a dog, and his name was BG. And BG was a very athletic dog. He was hyper. He was just a great dog. But one day I was out. This was during the Christmas holiday. I was out in the yard and I was shoveling. And my mom, she let BG out to come out to use the bathroom out of the house. BG came out of the house, and he was his normal hyper self. He ran over there to me. He ran around. He jumped in the snow. And then he ran out in the street. Now, he never does this, but he ran out in the street. And I mean, it was like the world stopped, because I saw it all coming, because it was a truck coming down, coming down the street. And BG ran in front of the truck, and it was like slow motion, right? BG ran right in front of the truck, and the truck just hit him. And he just ran over him. He just went under and flopped under. And to my surprise, you know, BG got up and he ran. And he didn't run to me, or he didn't run anything. He ran straight in the house. and he got in his kennel, and he just stayed in there. Now, when I got in, I pulled BG out. I tried to examine him. I didn't see any blood. I didn't see anything, you know. And it was the Christmas holiday, so I couldn't take him to the vet. But BG stayed in that kennel all over for at least 3 days. I may be off a little bit, but at least 3 days he stayed in that kennel. And all he did was rest. He didn't want anything to eat. He didn't want any water. He didn't want anything, right? But at the end of this 3 to 5 days, BG came out and he had a burst of energy. He was just like normal. And I was like, wow, this is crazy, right? I took him to the vet and everything was fine. BG lived a nice, long, happy life. The only fact of the matter is even animals fast. So BG knew exactly what he needed to do. He needed to get in there, he needed to rest, and he needed to not eat anything. And his body went to work. His body went to work. And it's the same thing with us. And so with me during this fast, all I've been doing is resting, right? I mean, I love to go to the gym. I go to the gym all the time, but I'm not going to go to the gym while I'm fasting, right? All I've been doing is drinking the water, drinking the water. And so on my last video, I talked about the healing crisis, but the thing is that I had already had a big flare up when it started. And when I started doing the fast, it even came even worse, right? But because those toxins that I had put in my body, that I already told you that I had put in my body, were starting to come out. Now this is day 3. And I feel a lot better. I mean, I'm not. There's no pressure. You know, I can feel myself getting better. I feel better. All of those different things. Now, have I been having those hunger pains? Absolutely. You know, last night around 10 o'clock, I was ready to eat something. I had to go to bed because I was like, man, I can cut it a little short. But no, I know that I have a goal in mind. I know that there's a place that I'm trying to reach. And so that brings me to my last point. If you're gonna do a fast, make sure you prepare mentally for the fast, right? What I mean by prepare mentally is, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into before you get into it. All right. So with me, when I started this, I just got up one morning. I wasn't feeling right. I was like, man, I need to fast. And so I started not eating, and at the end of the day, I ended up eating some grapes. So I ate one meal, I ate some grapes. The next day, I did the same thing. I ended up eating some grapes again. But during this time, I started really preparing myself, like I really need to knock this water fast out. And so the next day, I was mentally prepared, and so I went into it knowing that I was going to complete this thing, and I completed that day. And the second day, I completed that day, and now I'm on the third day, and I'm mentally prepared because I'm first of all, I'm already excited that I already did the first 2 days, so I have to go in deeper and do this next day, and so I'm going to knock this day out, and then after that, I think I'm going to be done with this, but I'm going to go straight into a fruit fast, a fruit detox, and I'm going to probably just do grapes, maybe grapes or watermelon. And I'm going to do this for a while because, when you're dealing with the lymphatic system and things of that sort, this is really the best kind of fast you can do is a heavy astringent fruit fast or detox, because you're trying to help restore the cells, and you're trying to help get the lymphatic system back to moving, the kidneys and the liver and all of those things filtering. And so, you can do those kind of fasts for a long time. I haven't decided the time that I'm going to do, but I'm definitely going to do it. And I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted as well, even with this fast that I'm doing right now, this water fast. But I tell you, the benefits are great. I feel great. I have a lot of clarity, and a lot of the symptoms that I was having are starting to go away. And I see my skin is clearing up. I feel my lips are not as chapped as they were. And I'm just in a much better place because my body has had time, my digestive system has had time to rest, right? To rest and to start healing the areas that I need work on. So that's the word. I would definitely like to hear from you. So comment down below. Tell me your experiences. Tell me anything that you may want to add, that you may think that even if you think that I'm wrong in some areas, let me know that. Give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Take care, take charge, and God bless.